Hey, my friends! Your favorite fishing expert is back, ready to dive deep into the waters and tell you exactly what's biting and where on this festive day, December 26th, 2025. I'm talking about St. Stephen's Day here in beautiful Ireland, and let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be a real winter enigma on the angling front. We've got some fascinating conditions playing out, so buckle up, because by the end of this forecast, you'll know whether to brave the cold or enjoy another mince pie by the fire. I promise, you'll get the real, unvarnished truth straight from the angler's mouth. All right, let's talk tactics for a few of our most resilient Irish residents. First up, the mighty pike. Now, in late December, with the water temperatures doing their chilly dance, pike are all about conserving energy. They're not chasing wild. So where to find them? Forget the shallows, friends. Look for them in deeper holes, along sharp drop-offs and near submerged features in larger lofts and slow-moving rivers. Think about those areas where the depth changes from, say, 2 meters to 5 or 6 meters quickly. Why? Because these spots offer thermal stability and easy ambush points for lethargic prey. What to use? For pike, it's all about slow and steady. Deadbaiting is your best friend right now. A small, fresh deadbait, maybe a roach or a smelt, presented on a 2-treble trace, fished on the bottom or just a foot off it, is deadly. Use a ledgering setup with minimal resistance. Lure anglers, don't despair, but slow down your retrieve significantly. Large soft plastics or glide baits worked agonizingly slowly can tempt a bite. Remember, they're not running a marathon, they're looking for an easy meal. Next, the ever-popular perch. These feisty stripies are fantastic winter targets, often schooling up. On December 26th, with the cold water, you'll find them in similar deeper areas to the pike, often relating to underwater structures like bridge pillars, jetties, or submerged trees in rivers and lofts. They're looking for shoals of small fish to ambush. The key for perch is finesse, my friends. I'm talking about light tackle here. Drop shotting is absolutely brilliant for these conditions. It lets you present a small, tempting, soft plastic lure, maybe a small grub or creature bait in a natural color, right in their face, and keep it there. Another great option is a cheburashka rig. The free-moving action can be irresistible. If lures are slow, don't be afraid to go natural with a small worm or maggot on a light float rig in deeper swims. And for our reliable roach, a staple of coarse fishing in Ireland year-round. These guys will be schooled up in deeper, quieter areas of rivers and lakes, away from strong currents. Think about the slacker water in river bends behind obstructions or in deep pools. They'll be feeding very cautiously due to the cold water and the high pressure. For tackle, a fine float fishing setup or a quiver tip feeder rod is ideal. Use light lines and small hooks, size 16 or 18. Bait-wise, go small and attractive. Single red maggots, bloodworm, or a small piece of bread punch are excellent choices. Loose feed very sparingly, perhaps just a few maggots every 10 or 15 minutes. Patience is a virtue when targeting roach in these cold, settled conditions. Now for the nitty-gritty, the theoretical base that underpins our whole forecast. Let's break down the conditions. Weather. We're looking at a mainly dry and settled day, friends, dominated by a high-pressure system across Ireland. Temperatures will be on the colder side, generally ranging from around 3 degrees Celsius overnight to about 7 degrees Celsius during the day. However, expect some areas to dip down to a frosty -3 degrees Celsius, especially away from the eastern coasts. The wind will be light to moderate, coming from an easterly to northeasterly direction, feeling a bit fresher along the eastern and southern coastlines. While there's a low chance of any significant precipitation, be prepared for potential frost and fog patches in sheltered spots. The atmospheric pressure is likely to be stable or rising, and from my experience, a rising barometer can often make fish a bit tricky, leading to shorter and less predictable bite windows. Water temperature. As we're deep into winter, the water temperature across Ireland is firmly in winter's grip. Coastal sea temperatures around Dublin and the Irish Sea will average between 10 and 12 degrees Celsius, but inland In our lakes and rivers, it's significantly colder, likely ranging from 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, possibly even as low as 4 to 6 degrees Celsius in some spots. This is crucial, my friends. This cold water drastically slows down a fish's metabolism. They're not going to be aggressively chasing baits. Instead, they'll conserve energy, moving less, and looking for easy, energy-efficient meals in areas with more stable temperatures, usually deeper parts. This is why a slow, deliberate presentation is absolutely vital. Moon Tea Phase. On December 26, 2025, we're under a waxing crescent moon. It's approximately 6 to 7 days old, with an illumination of about 33 to 45%, steadily growing towards the first quarter moon tomorrow. Now, popular fishing lore suggests that the periods around the new moon and full moon can often trigger increased feeding activity. While a waxing crescent is as strong as a new moon for some, it's generally considered a decent time to fish, often stimulating a bit more activity compared to the quarter phases. It's a low ocean tide or neap tide, which means less tidal movement and potentially more settled conditions, especially in estuaries. Overall fish activity. Generally, December is one of the quieter months for angling in Ireland. Many fish species have significantly reduced their feeding activity due to the cold water and shorter daylight hours. Our beloved brown trout are still spawning. Given the very cold water temperatures, the high pressure, and the settled, mostly dry conditions, my overall assessment for fishing in Ireland on December 26, 2025 is a key capricious to moderate bite. The stability provided by the high pressure is good, but the below-average air temperatures and very cold water mean fish will be lethargic and less willing to move far. Success will really hinge on your patience, your ability to locate those deeper thermal refuges, and a careful, subtle presentation of your baits. It's not going to be an easy day, friends, but for those willing to brave the elements and adapt their tactics, there will definitely be rewarding moments. So there you have it, my fishing family. I wish you all tight lines and a fantastic day on the water, whether you're chasing pike, perch, or roach. May your lines be stretched and your reels scream. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more expert tips, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for St. Stephen's Day fishing? Have you had any surprising winter catches recently? I love hearing your stories. Until next time, stay safe and keep those lines wet.